Hello, folks, and welcome to Starmetal Productions. Yeah, we are starting a little later than usual. I had to really throw down with a lot of gremlins tonight. They came in droves. It was a horde. It was an unfair battle, but I saw through it. And these guys have been fantastically patient with me. And you guys in chat waiting on this have also been fantastically patient as well. So if you are still here, thank you so much for giving me that little leniency there. But hopefully everything sounds good, everything looks good. Please let me know in chat if anything is still not working, and I will fix that as quickly as I can. But to keep this short, because we're already starting late, and Rayne has a lot of fun stuff that he wants us to get us to, I will try to keep this brief. Hello and welcome once again to Starmetal Productions. This is our Pokemon Tabletop United series, a sort of pilot season, if you will. It'll be a short mini-series, hopefully one of many to come, and that will mostly come down to how this goes, how our cast feels, how other potential cast members feel about joining later, and most importantly, if you guys enjoy the show. So if you're watching here live on Twitch or later in the future on YouTube, be sure to drop a comment, press all the buttons with the thumbs up and the bells and the stars and whatever they're all called in all the different places. And shout us out on the social medias so that our AI overlords know to show us to more people, because that's basically how it works. Anyway, Harmony Road, a Pokemon Tabletop United story. I am excited to get into this. I'll start out with my own introduction in case you are new to the channel. Hello, I'm Jack, one of 4 of the main members of Starmetal Productions. I usually do all of the graphic design and production stuff, but I'm wearing a lot of hats today, so if I'm a little slow, bear with me, getting back in the swing of things. Anyway, I will be playing Hevard Hart, the para-poke detective, secret agent, Men in Black type. You'll see him later. Let me actually throw this over to, actually before I do that, a quick shout out to Siobhan, Dr. Bubbles, PhD, on the socials. She is not able to be with us tonight. Everything's fine, everything's good as far as I know. Little bit of complication, so she won't be here for the premiere episode, but I believe Rayne has some fun ideas for bringing her in next week, and I think you guys are going to thoroughly enjoy the character. Let me throw it over to Arnica then. Say hello, Arnica.
Hello, Arnica. Hi, I'm Arnica. You can find me. Don't worry where you can find me. We'll catch that on the outro. I'll be playing Amelia Houston. One day she's going to be the gym leader. But right now, she's that schmuck number 1 when you walk in the door. For now. And
Right.
my buddy, John Tedwards, is my Espeon.
Excellent. Everyone loves that name. And yes, the socials are rotating on the overlay along with our character name, so you can check us out, at your convenience. Let me throw it over to Melissa then, joining us.
Hi, I'm Melissa, or Honeybee. I am playing Eris. She is a chaos gremlin. She's a wild child. She's gonna bring a little bit of chaos, and her partner Pokemon Whismer is named Biggles.
Right, excited to see this group come together. And last but certainly not least, the fulcrum of this entire show, the talented Rayne Grimm.
Hi there, guys. Rayne Grimm, your fabulous Fennec host. I am running this fun show called Harmony Road. This one is a little passion project of mine. I've been slowly homebrewing a Pokemon world that I thought would be fun as a nice callback to classic Pokemon tropes, but still having all that fun new flavor we're expecting. Hopefully I can have you guys excited for all the shenanigans I'm going to have, be it exploding robots, evil teams, or, just some people that really need a nice hyper beam to the face. What are we going to say here? So on that note, I think we're all ready to really get into this. So shall we get started? Oh, we're pulling out the faves. If we're pulling out the faves, 1 second.
No, I just need my emotional support Gengar right now, so I'm just gonna.
Oh, I
hang
just
out
realized
with
how
him.
bright my light is. 1 second. As I pull out my emotional support favorite Bulby friend. But there we go. Let me put the regular light. There we go. So, are those gremlins? I need the emotional support. So, on that note, we will be starting in the city of Autia in the country of Duola. Autia is a sprawling cityscape that has just every kind of avant-garde bit of art going. There's people on the city streets painting. There are street buskers just rocking out with every kind of instrument, going from harmonica to mandolin to harps, and then you have that one hard rocker just really laying it down. But what we're then going to see is just off into the distance, this gorgeous seascape, and in the far area, the Nikea Islands. The place that I know Amelia is very keen to get to, which is the location of the elite team that they want to have to see if they want to finish the Elite Four, or technically 8 in this world. Because in Duola, almost all battles are team battles, which we're going to see right now as the camera pans immediately down to the streets below during the Harmony Festival, where there is a raucous 3v3 happening right now, starting off with, 1 second, starting off with John Tedwards. What is John Tedwards doing in this exact moment as you're fighting currently against, I should say, we have 3v3 Pokemon going right now. We have John Tedwards, the Espeon. We have Biggles, the Whismur. And we have Psycho, the Abra, going against a Yamper, a Ghastly, and a top percentage Rattata.
We can't forget that he's a top percentage Rattata, can
He is
we?
a top. His name is Ace. He is a top percentage Rattata. He's being pioneered by Joey. I had to have Joey the trainer. They had to be there. Can't be a callback without an Ace trainer.
So let's take a look. I think that as I'm looking through John Tedwards' moves, and here's the thing: no one in the crowd understands that this is a little bit sweatier than maybe some of the opening matches, because we've got we have moderate to minor beef with this particular team that we're opposing. They get on our nerve. Just something about them. Just something about them. Don't worry about it. It's personal. We're keeping it professional, but maybe not very professional, because I'm bullying the crap out of that Rattata.
You're going for the
That
Rattata.
I think that John Tedwards is just confusing it.
You're going for confusion?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. So we have the first roll of the game by John Tedwards, the Espeon. Let's give a roll on that one.
Where's my roll 20? Help me.
You don't need to use roll 20. You can just use a die.
It's just so much easier.
Oh, that's fair.
I had it open and then I didn't have it open. And I do have it open. Tech Gremlins.
First session curse. It happens every time, guys.
Hell yeah. Alright, so for confusion, we're rolling 2d6.
We need your to hit first.
Well, we got to hit first. So I rolled the d20 to hit.
Yep.
Pow. I got a 10.
Got a 10. The evasion for this Rattata is 3. AC the move is 2. You definitely hit with that confusion. So what does it look like when John Tedwards blasts this confusion at this Rattata just going, eh?
Of course he gets to be proud of his Rattata, but the Rattata is too proud of itself. It's sitting there. It's just all swole up. John Tedwards is so much bigger than this Rattata. He really is. It's the difference between a medium-sized dog and a fairly small cat. And the Rattata is buffed up like it's gonna do something. And those John Tedwards' big ears go back, and that gem in the center of its head begins to shine and scintillate and kind of swirl, and the Rattata's eyes cartoon wise start to swirl.
Just start doing that little swirl. Yeah. All right, so roll that damage for me. As you definitely hit this Rattata. This is a jacked Rattata. This is like a Mexico Rattata type of vibe. The from that horror story where somebody confused it with a Chihuahua. That type of vibe.
All right, so let's go ahead and roll 2d6 plus 10.
Not the Johto legend himself, indeed. Also, snaps for Jack for fixing all of our tech issues. Just want to make sure we do a shout out on that one.
Okay, 15 plus 22. Oh no.
Oh
This feels
boy,
like
15 plus
bullying.
22.
That can't be correct. My damage roll says 2d6 plus 10 plus 22.
That is correct.
Oh no.
That is
All
correct.
right, well,
I helped you
15
make
plus
your trainer.
22 is 37.
37. I helped you make. So for those that are not aware, while I'm doing this bit, do you want to tell them a little bit about your trainer? What kind of trainer is Amelia?
So, Amelia is a really determined, battle-hardened trainer, but she's a gym trainer. Like I said, she's the first schmuck when you come in the door. Her job is to get beaten up by 12-year-olds so that they gain experience. But one day she's going to have her own gym. She's going to be the one setting up other people to get beaten up by 12-year-olds to gain confidence and experience while she helps shape the world around her and her community. So she's got gym Pokemon, which sometimes feels a little bit like bullying, but also you can't be the best
Unless
without
you can get
letting
to the gym.
everybody break themselves against you sometimes.
Alrighty. So next up would have been the Yamper of Tabitha, but that Rattata is not going to be taking that limit up. So it is going to be using a priority quick attack to go after your Espeon, because you know what? Needs a solid hit. So this Espeon, or this Rattata is just going to run after you. I'm going to be using my own fancy Pokemon D20 here. You got to be using the fans of Pokemon D20. Alrighty, so we have a 9 on the die for the quick attack. AC to move is 2. What is your Pokemon's evasion for a physical attack? You can either use physical or speed evasion. For those that are just joining us, if you've never played Pokemon Tabletop United, please check out my YouTube channel. I have all the rules on there so you guys can learn and join us in the system. And also, we have Discords that you can pop into, and we'd love to teach you the game. You are muted, my dear.
You're muted. All right, I see my evasion bonuses. But where do I see
So on your Pokemon sheet, it'll be under evasion bonuses. You can either choose versus attack or versus speed. Or say versus any.
Versus any, it's a 6.
6. So 6 plus 2 is 8, which means that this 9 still hits it, but it was so close. It is going to be hitting you with a quick attack, which is a normal type move. Double check if there's anything that changes that for you. But I will be rolling the dice. 1 second. I'm one of those GMs that love rolling the dice. I gotta be rolling that dice. Oh damn, 6 and a 5. 6, 5. 19. 19 plus 19. That is a 38 normal attack against you. 38 normal damage physical. And so yeah, this Rattata just got like hit with confusion. It's all dizzy, and it's like it snaps back. It's like, meh, and it's gonna just rip itself, going past the Pokemon that was already about to do something, and just kind of shoving it out of the way, and just launching itself onto your Espeon.
I definitely do. Oh no! What have I done? What have I done?
What have you done?
Hold on.
Don't forget to apply your defense as well.
Y'all, this game is amazing. This game has a spreadsheet. I am not a math gay. I'm a words gay. I'm also a middle-aged words gay who needs bifocals. So I'm leaning in real close. So if you hear me screaming, oh no, I've put the wrong thing in the wrong formula. There are formulas. There's a spreadsheet.
So you don't need to type anything into the sheet for this one. So just let me know. If you want, I can always pull up your sheet for you. I know this is our first session.
Where do I?
1 second. I'll take care of it for you. I'll take care of it. So while we're doing that, while we're doing this, an interviewer who's sitting there with a little drone over their shoulder. They've got a little fuzzy mic. He's just running up and saying, "Amelia, Amelia, what brings you here? What brings you away from Aeneas? Come on." They got that whole TikToker vibe where they got the little fuzzy mic and all that.
Amelia's prepared for it. She's got her spiel because she's here. She's here for fun, yeah, but she's also here for work. And she turns right around, big smile, and goes, I am so proud to be here as a member of the gym team from Manassas. Steve and Terry will be putting on Meet Pokemon shows all throughout the rest of the festival. And maybe if you're lucky, if I'm not busy beating and winning in this tournament, you'll see me there. Oh no, John Tedwards! And then he takes because she's so busy doing the interview that he gets jumped by the Rattata, and then she turns around mid-interview. Oh no!
Oh no! So John Tedwards is going to be taking 31 damage. So it's going to be 55 minus 31.
No.
That will give them an injury, so they should be at 24 HP.
You're at 24 HP. Okay.
But yeah, that was just like that Rattata just got hype. That's one of the things I love about PTU is that sometimes it's like you get hit, it's like, no, I'm gonna hit you back first. Alrighty. On that note, so as we were talking about earlier, there is a little bit of beef between these two different teams. So Harmony Road runs the Country of Duela does a festival every year at every of its cities called the Harmony Festival, where it's trying to get all the different people to work together. It's highly encouraged for you to go to a different city than your own hometown just to meet new people, commune, investigate. Problem is, one of the people in this city is somebody that Eris does not quite get along with. We have Tabitha. Eris, do you want to tell us a little bit of who Tabitha is?
She is my rival. She is a mean girl. We do not like her.
We do not like her. She definitely was wearing pink, and she has specific days for each thing. She has who she calls Charles, her Yamper, who is going to be making an attack. And obviously, Tabitha is just mean mugging Eris and is looking straight at that Whismer, and is just going to be dropping a nice hearty bite attack against it. So we're going to be rolling to see if that hits. I have a total of 6. So basically, you have to have an evasion of 6. Does that meet?
My evasion is 2.
That poor Whismer's getting hit with a bite attack. So we're going to be rolling this over here. 2d6 plus 8. 20. Yeah, she built this thing to hit hard, and she actually. You guys had an encounter just before this started, didn't you guys?
A little spat, you could say.
A little spat. And how'd that one go down?
Yeah, she lost horribly.
She lost horribly, and she deserved it. So that'll be 35 dark against your Whismer. So make sure you apply your defenses. I apologize that I mention these things, but we have done a couple demo fights, but learning a new system is always a little hard.
I don't know how to do the defense worky work.
So it's just whatever their defense stat is minus the damage.
For special defense or regular defense?
This will be a physical attack.
Oh, they're both 5.
So
5.
you'll be subtracting 5. It'll be 30 damage. And then I don't think they take any extra damage from dark, so it's just 30 minus 55 minus 30, so that puts you at 25 and 1 injury.
Okay.
But on that note, it is now Tabitha's turn, and she's actually going to point at you and and she's going to be like, "How you like that, Eris? I told you I'd get you back." And then she's going to give an order to her own Pokemon to make it speedier. She's going to give it the agility order, which then drops us off to Ace, who already took his turn. And now it is Psycho. Hevard, would you mind describing what you and your Pokemon look like to us?
Yes, so Hevard Hart is a young man, obviously, probably somewhere around 18 or so, maybe a little older for starting out as a fledgling trainer. But Hevard is impeccably dressed, as he always is, in a nice fine suit, polished black shoes, and always very dark shades on. And he'll straighten his coat, fix his tie a little, and without anything more than a simple glance towards my Abra, Psycho will spring into action, drawing power from around them. There's a slight glow. There's a little rumbling of the earth underneath this battle. Little bits of pebbles or flakes of grass levitate up off the ground. As an Abra, who is historically known to be meek, afraid, prone to teleportation at the slightest twitch, does not seem to be teleporting away. In fact, it seems to be doing something, well, rather odd for an Abra. A power, an ancient power, you might say.
Oh no, are we making the big reveal already?
Oh yeah, I mean, my Abra's gonna get to work. Okay, so because I was dealing with other gremlins and reminding myself what this game is, Rayne, could you please describe the scene for me?
On the scene, we currently have, obviously, both parties on the opposite end of a battlefield. Typically, league-sanctioned battles would have the trainers giving orders at the beginning and then their Pokemon acting. We are avoiding that partially because we had a little bit of a tech issue and we want to speed things along. But we have trainers off both sides. We currently have what looks to be an Espeon getting fully, just gnawed on by a very angry rat. We have what looks to be a little Gamper, the yellow dog, for those that are unfamiliar, who is currently setting up on one side with a Ghastly, kind of both giving each other looks of like, oh, this is going sideways. And then we have your guys' Pokemon both kind of on the opposite side, getting ready to do their things.
All right. Well, it sounds like that Rattata is being a problem for everybody's favorite John Tedwards. So Abra is going to float off the ground a little bit and collect all of this localized earth energy and throw it almost mini Kamehameha blast at this Rattata.
I do be loving me some of that. So go ahead and roll me a d20 for the roll.
Right. Where's my roll 20? There you are. And it's just a straight d20.
It's just a straight d20, yep.
That's a 3. Starting off strong, guys.
Starting off strong. To be fair, and before I forget, technically, Arnica does have a reroll from session 0 if she wants to use it.
We can save it. It's an Abra.
It's an Abra.
I mean, I do. I can give it to Jack. Right?
The way I roll rerolls, if I give one to anybody, they can willingly give it to another. They just can't be taken.
Okay. But what if, Jack, you throw it again?
All right. Sure.
Roll it.
The power of our budding friendship.
Power of friendship is strong.
I went from a 3 to a 2.
Sometimes the dice tell a story.
Power of our friendship, Jack.
Sometimes the dice tell a story, and that story is that this Abra is too strong. So I think it's less the fact that this Abra missed, and the more the fact that it's trying to use this power that it should not have, and it's just trying to channel it, and it just goes so hard that everybody sees it coming and dips. So, fun fact for those that are joining us, part of the fun of Duola is, as you may all know, each region of Pokemon tends to have an area of study. In Duola, the study is on Pokemon that have unique traits. Kind of like the Bulbasaur that used Dig to survive itself from almost getting crushed by a boulder, but that also might be unique things like being shiny or having traits that it might not normally have. But we'll get to that later. But yeah, so unfortunately, your ancient power that you just try to Hadouken off misses. I am very sorry, but the dice do tell a story sometimes.
I think Psycho grabs her head almost Psyduck-like and has a short migraine episode.
To be fair, that's a lot of power for a little Abra.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Biggles. So, Eris, why don't you describe yourself and Biggles to us a little bit here?
Right.
So Eris is, how old did I say she was? She's like 14. She's just a little chaotic gremlin. Biggles is your standard issue Whismer.
I don't think there's anything standard issue about this Whismer, but
Yeah, Eris is just here for chaos. She grew up very wild and free. Let's see, what is Biggles gonna do?
what is Biggles gonna be doing?
Do I want to be dangerous?
I would say it's up to you. This is the show. I put forth the world and handle what you give me. Sometimes it's oops, I can't hold all these lemons, and sometimes it's like, we'll see what happens.
That's probably a bad idea. Okay. Let's use
If it's what I'm thinking of, do remember you can also only do it once a day, so
yeah. Let's do a pound
you're gonna pound?
on Yamper.
Oh, so you're gonna beat that dog that just bit you in the face. Alright. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, I got a nat 1.
We're on a roll.
We're on a roll here, guys. You rolled the enemy team, and now it's like, we're gonna get you. And it's like, no. So in this game, obviously, a 1 obviously misses, even if it wasn't a 1. But yeah, do you want to flavor it any particular way of this Whismer?
Biggles isn't like ready to go yet. He's like, what is happening? I just got
Still a little
bit.
sleepy.
Whoa. Hey, whoa, hey. What was that? So.
Biggles tries to go in for like the pound, which I think correct me. Let me have a little flavor. I imagine Biggles' pound is it just basically whipping its ears at the thing.
Yeah.
And I think Biggles went to go for it, and the Yamper just kind of like rolled over like one little corgi dog is one to do. There we go. So next up is Eddie. The enemy team, who I've not gotten to describe currently, is what one would call a very discordant group. We currently have a mean girl teenager with braces, pigtails, wearing a very pink frilly dress, Tabitha, who's currently just like, I knew you'd miss. We have Eddie, who is a gentleman wearing a full punk rock outfit. He clearly is very dirty and a little greasy, and is not normally what one would expect to be playing with a bunch of kids, but when you do the Harmony Festival, you do get some free swag, so that's why he's doing it. And so he's just like, alright, are we just gonna keep beating some kids? Alright, beat the face in! It just gives a shout off to his Ghastly to go up and just like use his command on that one. And then we're gonna drop off to Eris. It is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, we're back. All
And
right.
we're back.
Huh.
You have all sorts of orders and fun tricks you can do.
Yeah, so this is specifically Eris, not the Whismer.
This is specifically Eris, so you can give off a command or do any of your funky tricks. Do remember certain ones are not allowed to be used on people.
Is this a league sanctioned battle?
Yes,
Can I do
technically it's
funky
league
stuff?
sanctioned. I did have to change the rules slightly because we were a little behind on time. But yes, this is league sanctioned. Please don't attack the other trainers.
But could I do baby doll eyes on maybe Yamper? Am I close enough?
You could, but you also are going to take the risk of somebody noticing that you did it.
Noticing. Yeah.
Did
I
you
could
want to
also
try?
give let's do inspired training for
So you want to give the order? Okay.
Biggles.
So inspired ordering gives it a bonus to saves, correct?
Perhaps. Oh, doesn't that make me do a cheer thing? I have a cheer thing.
It does, and cheers are legal.
Yes. Let's do excited cheer for John Tedwards,
John Tedwards.
which gives it.
I believe I wrote that at the bottom of your sheet as well to help you with that. I hope I did. I could have swore I did. Nope, I did not have the chance to do that for you yet.
I know
Did you want me to
excited
pull
was
it
the
up
better
for you?
one.
Excited is the better one.
Yes.
Remind me after this to make sure I write it down on your sheet. I know I had done some stuff for Arnica. I meant to do it for you. Again, first session stuff. Sometimes you miss some things. Sorry, guys. It's a fun system, but there's a lot.
Yeah.
Excited, I believe, helps you reduce damage. One moment. This is why I'm so good at these games. I remember where all the stuff is. And that was your cheerleader feature.
Yes.
Excited, you may give them a 5 damage reduction against the next attack that they would be hit by. That does help. It's very good. There you go. So how do you flavor your giving this cheer to John Tedwards?
I don't know. Just like, you get this! You can do it!
Sometimes
You're so
all it
much
takes is
stronger than I am!
sometimes all it takes is a little bit of inspiration for everybody to get up into the fray. So Arnica, remember that the next time John Tedwards is hit, it has -5 damage as well. Alrighty. And then up next is going to be Hevard. What do you want to do on your turn?
Okay. Well, remind me with these league-sanctioned battles, is it that I can't use any moves, or is it that I can't use any attacks? Excuse me.
League sanctioned is essentially you can use training features, like giving an order, but you cannot use anything that would be considered a move, like status afflictions and stuff like that. You basically just anything where it would do damage or be clear that you're affecting another Pokemon.
Okay.
If you have anything that's magical or such, which that is a thing in this game, you can try to do it, but it's frowned upon, and if you get caught, you might be called out on it.
Yeah, I think Hev normally plays by the rules. So I do have Omen, which is an ability. Would that be
I
sanctioned?
believe that would work. Let me double check. So 1 second. The fun thing is I have to remember what you guys can do. I currently have so many character sheets up in front of me. That would be under your trainer combat features. Omen. I would allow it, though you're going to have to be stealthy about it. Do you want to try to do it?
Well, if it would be against the rules, he wouldn't.
It's because Omen is essentially you basically putting a little bit of a hex on somebody.
Right.
So yeah, that's a magical feature.
Okay. Well, I don't think I really have much to do then.
You have an order you can give.
Do I?
Yes. You have brutal training. You can give your Pokemon the brutal order, which means that their crit range extends.
I thought that
So if
was
it's level 1, it would have been better, but it applies for the next round.
Okay. Yeah, I will psychically give that order to my Abra. All right, Psycho, you got the power. You just need the precision. Focus. Focus.
Abra's a female, correct?
Yes.
You got it, boss! And like you kind of see it like tilt its head and give you like a little salute.
All right.
I love that we have something that can actually talk with Pokemon in this because it lets me do both funny voices for Pokemon, but also their internal voices. That's going to be so much fun. Alrighty, so that happened. Next up, we have Trainer Joey, who is sitting there currently in his little shorts and pantaloons and a backwards cap, and it just says, "I'm going to be #1" in Sharpie on a white shirt." It's like, Ace, kick their teeth in! So he's going to give his Pokemon the brutal orders, but also extends its crit range as well. And then on that next trainer is going to be Ozzy. Or actually, not the next trainer, the next Pokemon, Ozzy. Ozzy the Ghastly, who is Eddie's Pokemon. I thought that was appropriate. So currently, we have not a lot of options for me, but what I can go with is... because it's currently me trying to remember the type chart as well. I think what we're going to go with is Giga Drain against Whismur, because it seems like Joey is like catching that Tabitha wants to gang up on this Whismur, so they're going to go and try to do Giga Drain. So this Ghastly is just going to kind of like try to stealthily creep over, even though it's just a giant floating ball of gas, and then go for an attack. Hey, gang. You're not the only ones rolling bad. I got a 1.
I was waiting.
So this
for you to
Ghastly
one.
rolls up You can see it like kind of like launch out some ghostly tendrils trying to like launch into this Whismer. And I think it's because the Whismer has already gotten thunked pretty hard. I imagine it just currently doing that little dance thing where it just. Alrighty, so that's the end of that one's turn. And next and last but not least, we have Amelia. What are you going to do on your turn?
Oh gracious. Amelia has looked at the what is this mess? This is fine. This is there's a Rattata chewing on John Tedward's ear, and the Whisper's got a little wobble, and the Ghastly is spinning in a slight. Like, I know the Ghastly is not part of the monkey in my circus, but all of this is this is wonderful, lightly embarrassing, but God, this is why I love Pokemon. And Amelia leans forward and she looks at John Tedward. She bends down, puts her hands on her knees, and meets his eye over the Rattata, just kind of hanging there chewing. And she gives him the precision order. She wants him to take perfect aim.
Ooh, boy, I was so excited that I was hoping you're going to do this one. So that one is awesome. That one just binds 2 AP. I'm not going to make you keep count of it because once the fight's over, it unbinds. Do you want to tell the people at home what perfect aim does?
So, when a Pokemon takes perfect aim, their next damaging attack, performed before the end of the next turn, automatically hits and ignores defensive abilities. But it does deal damage as if it were resisted one step further than normal.
You can also still roll to see if you crit, too, which is
That's
very
true.
nice.
I can still roll to see if there is a crit or effect ranges.
The also benefit is they can't use any abilities to try to avoid it. So stuff like protect or dodge doesn't work. This is an Omni Beam from frickin' what's that guy from Batman? The one from Apocalypse. I can't remember his name. He's got that Omega Beam thing. He's just zeroing in. John Tedwards is about to ruin this guy's entire career. Alrighty. Top of the initiative. I wonder whose turn it is. Whose turn is it? Is it John Tedwards? John Tedwards the Espeon?
It could be. It's almost like me and my baby work in tandem to be the slowest trainer and the fastest Pokemon, so that we are always given commands that can be acted upon. It's almost like it's not an accident. So it's totally an accident. Y'all don't listen to me. I don't know how to fucking build a Pokemon. I'm sorry. I wasted our only F ball.
Oh, dang it, no, we're trying to get PG-13. No, I needed that F-bomb. I use so many flavor enhancers for words.
Me too, as you can see. So
But on that note, what is John Tedwards doing? Who are they messing up here?
So John Tedwards, let me look at who we got. We got a Yamper, and we got. Oh no.
So we got a Rattata on top of you. Yamper's
Yeah,
currently
hanging
getting
off my
knocked down.
ear.
And there's also a Ghastly up on top of them as well.
Okay. You know, I just look. As much as I would like to hit someone else, we've got to get him off my ear. John Tedwards cannot concentrate until he has dealt with this
Rattata,
issue. This
deal with that guy.
fellow. And so what he is going to do is I tell him, little buddy, swiftly get rid of him. Oh no. John Tedwards lowers his head and his fur ruffles. It arches up from his back. And the swirling, not quite star energy of the Swift, instead of launching, is like building up around him like a tiny tornado. It's thumping him a little bit, but mostly it's just thumping at the Rattata, flapping off his ear.
Hell
So
yeah.
much hand. Y'all are going to get so sick of this.
So I'm going to need you to roll me a d20 just to see if it crits. But this thing's obviously going to hit this guy because you used the correct order.
It hit but no crit at a 15.
It hit but no crit? All right. So go ahead and roll me that damage, please, hun.
Okay. So
So we got this little swift tornado just cycling around your Espeon because it's like, you know what? I need to deal with this rat. This rat needs to go. This is not Chuck E. Cheese. You do not get it your way. Gone.
2d6, an 11, plus 8, a 19,
Plus 22.
22.
That is 41 damage. Now, even though that is resisted... Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh, Let me do that little bit of math. Alright, deals half damage. I, unfortunately, am also not a math gay, but I seem to have picked the worst game for math gays. I'm a word gay.
But we like Pokemon, so we gonna do it anyway.
That's exactly the problem. It's like, I love Pokemon. I need to learn this game. Alrighty. So, the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure even with it being resisted, this Rattata is gone. 1 second. Yeah, describe how you take out this rat. This rat is gone.
So, the crowd kind of oohs. It's not... Swift can be manipulated, but most of the time it's just launch. So it's always fun to see a Swift manipulator. And as the stars start to swirl and ears and tails start flapping, you see Rattata's tail first emerge from this tiny tornado. And then you see his little feet. And then you see the rest of him as he just kind of goes shoom. He gets caught in the wind. He circles once, he circles twice, and he just shoots across the court, bounces twice, and lands at his trainer's feet with swirling eyes. Oh, he's ready to go back in his ball. Him's tired.
There we go. He needs a nap. So unfortunately, Ace goes down, and poor Joey's like, no! And he just like that does that full knee, like soccer, football, depending on which area you come from, like crawl down, where he's like, no! And that is youngster Joey and his Rattata out of the fight. While that is happening, that person that was bothering Amelia is now going to like zero in on the fact that there's some stuff going down between you and Tabitha, and she's just going to straight up go into you. There's like a little drone still over her shoulder. You can see like she's got the whole thing. Is like, hey Eris, what's up between you and Tabitha? Like, what's going on there? Tell
we
the
went
viewers
to
at
school
home.
together, and she's kind of the worst.
Like, what makes her
And
the
she's
worst?
like ugly.
Ooh. Like,
she likes to fat shame and body shame people, which is like super not cool.
girl, no, she doesn't. Tabitha, we see you. And then Tabitha's on the other end, just being like, bye. Alrighty, on that note, it is now Charles' turn. The Yamper, who is currently on top of your Whismer, is like, gonna be taking care of some business. Alrighty. So it already dropped a hearty bite against you, and seeing that Swift from before, you know what? It's gonna try to follow suit. Swift cannot miss. You still roll for the crit. I got a 5 on the die, so it still hits. Alrighty. I rolled 2 freaking ones. I don't know what it is with my enemy team right now, but they're not doing well. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 damage to your Pokemon. So make sure you apply your... That is a special attack, so apply your special defense, and then go from there.
My special defense is 5.
Alrighty. What did I say the damage was? Because I did not write it down.
Was it 4?
I think it was 14, right?
14?
So 14 minus 5 is going to have 9 damage to your Pokemon. I'm hoping that does not knock them out.
25 minus 9, because I'm bad at math.
I think that's 14.
16?
16, you're correct. I did say I was not a math gay. I'm also a writing gay. I picked the worst system for people that love to write, but honestly, I also like that it's complicated because it lets you really get into some cool stuff. But anyway, so having watched it, your Tedward Sue Swift, Yamper, in its adorable but sweet, but also not quite their mind, goes, "Oh, you Swift, that's a great idea," but Yamper's not that good at special attacks, so its damage is low. Alrighty, next up on the initiative track is Tabitha, who is yelling at her Yamper. I told you to fight it! Charles! Why? And she's currently yelling at Yamper, trying to give it brutal orders again. If you don't hit it next time, you don't get dessert! Next up, we have Psycho, who has been given brutal orders. Just so you remember, brutal orders stacks with brutal training, because it's the same thing. So your crit range is currently an 18 through a 20.
All right. I like
So
that.
fingers crossed.
Yeah, okay. Let me just remind myself here. Yeah, okay.
1 second.
That should work. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so that Ghastly over there is causing me a little bit of concern.
Mm-hmm.
Because psychic types don't quite like ghost types.
That is correct.
So
Ghosts are immune.
I think we're gonna pivot over to that because the most dangerous situation seems to have been taken care of. So yeah, again, a sort of telepathic mind meld with my Abra Psycho, and helping her hone in and focus on that Ghastly with another ancient power.
Alrighty then. 1 second. Just so you know, ancient power is every other turn.
It is every other turn. Look at that. Okay. Well.
That said, you can still do some other stuff. You can still just use a struggle attack if you'd like. Or you can just back up. Or if you wanted to, you can also swap your Pokemon.
Yeah, I could do that. We wanna have that reveal?
It's up to you. This is session 1.
Yeah. No, I don't want to switch Psycho out just because she messed up the first time. I like positive reinforcement, so we'll keep her out.
Got this.
But I think I'm gonna be a little tricky. Can I?
So there is one other option I can suggest to you that you might not remember.
Sure.
You do also have telekinetic.
Yeah.
You can do ranged struggle attacks, or you could also try to grapple it from range.
That's right. I can do that.
If you want to double check, just so you know, if you go to Psycho, there's a spot that lets you, underneath capabilities, type in stuff, and it gives you all the info right there.
Yep. Looking at it right now. Okay. So drag weight greater. Okay.
And it lets you use your special instead of physical.
Yes, but I couldn't attack Ghastly because struggle is a normal type, and that's just not.
That is correct.
Yeah.
But you can still grab it.
Yeah. Can I see if I can psychically, telekinetically grab onto it and just hold it?
Yes, you can. So if I remember correctly, that is a focus check.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead and roll me Abra's focus, which is 3d6 plus 2.
Yes, it is 3d6 plus 2. D6s tend to like me a lot more than D20s. Like that. 6, 6, 3 plus 2, 17.
Describe how your Abra goes for a grab onto this Ghastly.
Yeah, so she tries to gather up more earth energy, but just doesn't. She's still coming down from that migraine and has to remember she can't do that all too often. So she's gonna just levitate off the ground. I believe that's an old school Pokemon Stadium original animation as she floats off the ground, her little leggies kicking in the air, and is just going to reach out and make that grabby motion and just sort of sway in the air, holding the Ghastly in place.
Alrighty. Let me just do an opposed check real quick. I'm pretty sure the Ghastly is going to fail. They are not that strong. Yeah. So, you have now basically grabbed this thing. Effectively, are you trying to use the push maneuver, or are you trying to do one of the other ones?
This is a wall of text, and I am too flustered to read all of it. Can I
No
make
worries.
it easier for somebody else to hit it by, like, moving them into the way of the attack?
I would say yes. If you want to push it toward another Pokemon, that would make it much easier to hit, I would say, in this moment. And it would basically, I would give it flanking for this moment.
Okay, okay. Unfortunately, we have another Psychic type and a Normal type. Yeah, Ghost might be a problem.
Unfortunately. Sometimes your teammates aren't always exactly what you need,
Yeah,
but that's okay.
okay, okay. So, we've theoretically we've been hanging out for a little bit. Would I know if any of the other two have moves that are actually going to hit this thing?
You would. Yes, you guys have had a full week of being able to chit-chat. So obviously you guys can tell him what he has right now, but obviously Espeon has plenty of normal attacks and confusion. Unfortunately, confusion does not really hit very well against that. But Eris's character, I believe, Wismer has Astonish, which is a ghost type move, which I think hits that as well. 1 second.
Yeah.
Uh, Ghost type is actually super effective against Ghost type, so Wismer can use Astonish against this other thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will tee it up
Basically, move it toward
for the Wismer.
Eris's Pokemon.
Yep. And that,
So
that is
Eris,
that is Biggles.
so Abra just kind of like its eyes kind of do that thing where it kind of like glows up, lifts off the ground, and just kind of goes. Yeah! It just drags this Ghastly through the air, which is weird because it already looks like it's floating normally, so nobody would really know that your Ghastly or your Pokemon's doing this, but you do. It's just it just drags it closer.
All right, Biggles, big hit.
Alrighty. Biggles, big hit. And it's actually Biggles' turns next, so I'm actually going to count this as flanking for this moment just because I think that's narratively funny. So that means that Biggles has a +2 to hit on this.
Right. So
you gonna be trying to
Astonish.
Are you going to use Astonish on it?
Yes.
Excellent.
That's the only move that'll hit it because the rest are normal types, right? Normal doesn't hit ghost.
Normal does not hit Ghost, unfortunately. Yes.
All right. Astonish. Okay. So I just
I'm
roll a
also going
d20.
to count that this one also is going to automatically flinch because it was not anticipating it being attacked like this.
So I rolled a 17, which is a 15 or higher, so it does flinch.
It's would automatically flinched anyways, but love that. For those watching at home, Astonish in this game, it says once per scene if the target is unaware of the user's presence, Astonish automatically flinches. So they were about to flinch automatically anyways because the Pokemon was not expecting to get yoinked this way. So you got a 17 on the die, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So it'll be 1d6 plus 15, which is going to get multiplied because Ghost is weak to Ghost.
3 plus 15 is
18
18.
times 1.5. So that's 27 damage before I do anything else. That's a pretty solid hit. All right, Ozzy.
Go, Biggles!
We do
You
be
got
loving
this!
Biggles. Alrighty. 27. That was a special attack, correct?
Astonish is physical.
Oh, Astonish is physical? This thing has
Apparently.
so little physical defense. I'm pretty sure it took 25 damage.
Perfect.
Biggles, big
As
hit.
intended.
That was a big hit.
Biggles,
It only
big
has
hit.
34 HP. So it is currently at 9 HP. So how do you want to describe this Astonish from Biggles as basically your friend and ally yoinks a Pokemon into its range?
I imagine like Ghastly's being like yoinked into range, and Biggles is just like boo.
So it just kind of like jumps up and goes. "Ee."
It's like why am I here?
So there we go. That one works out. That was a great tag move between you guys. Only a week together, and you're already just in sync. That was Biggles. Eddie. Oi, what are you doing? No! Give brutal orders to its Pokemon again. Eris, it is your turn. Let's
Let's do. Excuse me. let's do another inspired. Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yes, okay. And then I'm going to give the
Excited condition?
excited 2 Biggles.
Yeah,
Because
that works.
Biggles can't really get hit again.
Biggles should not be getting hit again, no. You can give one of those for free because of your class. If you did it to 2 different people, it would have been cost a thing. But anyway, so yeah, you're just like, Biggles, no! Stay up, you got this! And just sent off a cheer condition to them. Hevard, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I think I will just keep that brutal order up.
Alrighty. Next up is Ozzy, who is currently being yoinked around and is desperately trying to figure out what to do. So is going to try to use Giga Drain again. It can only use this twice, and he's desperately going to try to hit Biggles. Let's go for it. So I think this Ghastly kind of like yoinks over and looks at Biggles. Okay, I got a 10 on the die, so I'm pretty sure that hits. I'm pretty sure an 8 would hit you.
How does flinch work?
Oh shit! You're correct. Thank you for correcting me. It is flinched. He cannot do anything at all. That is me being a dum-dum. So in this game, flinched basically means they forego their turn. 1 second. Let me pull up the actual words.
So sorry.
No, thank you for correcting me. I prefer being corrected when I'm about to make a mistake. It'd help if I could remember. Funnily enough, I had the sheet in my bag and I meant to pull it out before session happened, but other things happened, so I forgot to grab it. Flinch. You may not take actions during your next turn. So yeah, just he does nothing. So he goes to move and he's just like. Thank you for correcting me. Honestly, reroll because you were paying attention.
Thanks.
Ozzy doesn't get a turn. Amelia. You are knocking these dudes out. What you doing, hun?
All right, so we've got a poor confused Jamper, and we've got a Ghastly barely hanging on to the last remains of his afterlife. Correct?
That flinch sealed it for you guys. It was going to try to heal back its HP, and you're like, nope, not today.
Okay, now she's gonna go ahead and scan the field, and while a different trainer may be tempted to be like, oh man, John Edwards is just not gonna pop that Ghastly. It's weak. I can see it. It's none but gasps and air, and more importantly, the buddy I got in my back pocket. I don't want to throw her out against that Yamper. So I look at John Edwards and I'm like, once more, buddy, you got it in you. I know you do. You ready to win? Let's go. And I once more give him the last precision order I'm going to give. And that would be...
For hypnosis, I'm assuming?
I don't have hypnosis.
Not confusion, jeez. My bad.
I wish I had hypnosis.
I'm trying to mentally go through your move list. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure that's what it has.
Yeah, we're gonna hit Ghastly with a perfect aim confusion, because it doesn't have to be right. It doesn't have to be strong. It just has to be enough to knock that last little out of him.
I do love that little that was funny. Alrighty, so go ahead and roll that d20 for me. This guy's barely hanging on to life. You just need to get him.
Well, I'm real glad that we rolled with precision aim, because I personally rolled a 5.
So I'm glad that you bound that thing again, because...
Hold on, I can't hear you.
Oop. Am I here now?
I can hear you now. I had accidentally turned my volume all the way down trying to unmute my mic.
That does happen. Today does seem to be a day where we're just having all the technical difficulties, but hopefully after session 1 we don't have to worry about it again. We get it all out on the field now. Alrighty, so you gave them the perfect aim order again. You have that, you bound your thing from the thing earlier. So those are your 2 uses of that for the scene. And so you hit. Roll me your damage, but I'm pretty sure just your base stuff is going to knock this sucker out. This Espeon
2d6.
is a powerhouse.
We don't come to play. We come to win. So 2d6 is 7 plus 10 is 17 plus 22
That'll be 39.
is 39. So
I don't even need to do the math. There's no way. So how do you want to describe this confusion hitting this poor Pokemon?
this is John Tedwards I got to talk to him. He likes to showboat. He likes the roar of the crowd in a way that, quite frankly, is a little bit unflattering to me as a trainer. And he just kind of saunters over to where this poor Ghastly is just kind of squiggling in this unholy psychic cold that it never saw coming, and just looks up at it and poofs it with that confusion ray. It radiates out of his psychic gem, and the Ghastly just kind of wobbles and blows away, just tumbles on a breeze, on this psychic breeze, back to in front of its trainer, where again it just sinks to the ground.
Because I'd like to remind you, this Ghastly only had 9 HP left.
Poor
So
baby.
it goes down, it has 3 injuries. It is not a happy Ghastly. This guy is going straight to the Pokemon Center after this. On that note, that interviewer that's just been kind of buzzing around the field just kind of like sidles up next to Hevard, who's been, I imagine, pretty stoic and quiet this whole fight. I don't think you've said actually a word aloud this entire time. And so they just kind of sidle up to you. He's like, how's it going, Cold, Dark, and Handsome? You want to say anything to the viewers at home? And like a camera just kind of like slowly enters frame and like is reflecting off of your sunglasses as like a big fuzzy, like one of those little fuzzy mics just kind of comes up underneath your chin.
Hello.
Anything else?
What more is there to say?
Ooh, he's so mysterious. I love it. And then it just goes back to the camera and turns around back to the field, where we have Charles, who just saw Espeon take out the last of their teammates. So now it's 3v1. She's not happy. So yeah, she is going to try and just kick your ass. Would you feel that Espeon is anywhere near close to its allies right now? You are muted, hun. Still muted somehow. There you go. We can hear you now.
Okay. That's hilarious. I didn't even say anything, but you could just hear my dog tick, tick, ticking, and everyone's like, okay, you're unmuted. So let's see. Everybody is right. Yeah, no, I think John Tedwards, I think he has wandered fairly close to the others, because he got right up under that Ghastly just to showboat for no reason. So he's fairly close to the other Pokemon.
Righty, perfect. So it cannot use Swift because it already used it last turn, but what it is going to try to do, just because she's pissed off and this is the only option she really has, she is going to try to attack you with Bite. So Bite is actually effective against Psychic types, so let's see how this goes. And I think Tab is just like, if I can't win totally, I'm at least going to take out that girl over there. And she's demeaning, obviously... Arnica's character, Amelia, is the oldest one here, so she's trying to be like, or sorry, not girl, grandma. Grandma, my bad. I was looking at Honey, and I was trying to remember the characters. So she's like, I'm going to take out that grandma over there, and just kind of flips one of her ponytails. Alright. What is the evasion on your Pokemon again? Speed or physical, your choice.
Speed is 6.
Speed is 6? Did I make him that busted? Yes, I did.
Evasion bonuses versus any 6.
Yep, I forgot. We made your Pokemon so good. So, I got the AC of the move is 2. I rolled a 9. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So I still hit you by 1. I think it's the second time that's happened.
Yeah.
I knew that. I was like, okay. So it does not get the flinch, but it does still hit. So it's going to be 2d6 plus 8. 3, 5. It's 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 21. That is going to be 39, I believe.
16 plus
Have
29,
do you
37.
still have the minus from
We've not gotten to that point yet.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
just doing it.
okay.
So did I add that right, Jack?
16 and 21.
Oh, 37.
37.
My bad. I said 39, didn't I? Yep. 37. Okay. Dokely. 1 second. Pulling up a thing. Oh, we never pinned that thing I meant to pin in the chat. 1 second. Because I wanted to make sure you guys had all this stuff. There's a bunch of stuff I'm realizing we forgot to do before we did the show.
What do you want pinned?
There was a thing I gave you for the calculation so that you guys could also do it. There's a little chart. I put it in the chat at some point. But yes.
I'm going to let you know right now that I will never do any extra math except as a direct favor for you when you are busy.
I will do my best to find it for you guys. Don't worry. But no, so 1 second.
But it doesn't matter. We don't need any extra math. So I'm just going to tell you right now, John Tedwards only had 24 HP left.
So that might not be great for John Tedwards.
Oh, yeah, no, he's...
So, because essentially we have 37 damage, which is going to be multiplied by times 1.5. Which is not great for them, I don't imagine. Okay, so anyways. We don't remember to do the fun stuff we're supposed to do. So that's 55 damage, minus 5 because you have that reduction from Honey doing that cool trick earlier. What is your Pokemon's physical defense?
Physical defense is 7.
Ooh, that's not bueno. Okay, so 50 minus 7, I'm pretty sure your Pokemon's about to go. So that's 43 damage. Is that enough to take it down? So this Yamper just kind of runs up and she just calls you. He's like, I'm going to take out the grandma. And this Yamper just kind of jumps on top of the Espeon and just goes for like the scruff. And then it just like faints. It's like, it's not even like a big thing. It grabs it, throws it on the ground, and then just kind of stands on it with one paw and then looks back to Tabitha, who was yelling at it earlier. What is your reaction to this Espeon going down?
So, I'm not stoked about it, but I'm a professional, and it's my job to have some class and some couth and to not turn around and snatch that little brat up by her pigtails and ask who she's calling grandma. So instead, I'll watch my boy. He does a gentle stagger and just goes down. Such dignity, I could tell he was trying to land on that Yamper. Such a spiteful little boy. He couldn't manage it, but that's my buddy. And I'm like, you know what? You did good, man. I'll roll the Pokeball out until it hits his limp form and he's reabsorbed into his ball, which recalls back to me. Because that's fine, baby. I'm still here to play.
It's Tabitha's turn, and she just kind of flips her hair. It's like, that's what I thought, Grandma. And it's now Psycho's turn, who I think has the perfect move to hit an electric type, and I'm really hoping it hits.
Yes, so I think, Hevard will simply actually say, with a little psychic reverberation to the crowd, vengeance.
Oh my goodness.
Abra is going to draw that earth power up, pull it into the center of their form, and fling it out.
Alrighty.
Let's see how this goes.
Fingers crossed. What we got here?
It's a 9. I'm moving
9
up.
on the die. Hey, it's higher than we had before. Its evasion is 4. That hits. And if I remember correctly, this is a ground type attack, which means it's super effective against Yamper.
It is a rock type attack.
It's rock? I thought it was... Oh, it's still neutral, but it still hits.
Yep. So 2d8 plus 21.
I thought it was ground for some reason. Nope, yep, it's rock. You said 2d8 plus what?
2d8 plus 21 for a total of 36.
36.
Special attack.
So the 2d6, 2d6s plus 8 plus 21.
2d.
It's 2d6 plus 8
No,
plus 21.
I did that wrong.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Plus 8 plus 21. Why did that work? Yeah. 33.
33. Describe this thing finally connecting. What does it look like when this thing connects?
Yeah, once again, just drawing that power of the land up and into the core of her. I imagine a sort of really, really toned down spirit bomb. And is once again just going to Pokemon Stadium original animation. All 4 of her little limbs go flinging outward and wiggle a bit as this earth ball energy, just anime mech missile launcher, swirls in the air and collides with that poor little puppers.
Alrighty, you definitely dropped it below half health, so it has an injury from that, and it's just like as it just gets hit with like a massive rock, and it is now going to be Biggle's turn. Biggle, it's you and your rival. What you doing?
Let's see. What's gonna do some big damage? Let's try echoed voice.
Alrighty, so you're going to be running Echoed Voice. Alrighty, Echoed Voice. That one is AC2 move. Go ahead and roll that d20 for me.
13.
13 on the die. That'll definitely hit. I don't even need to check anything else. So that is going to be 2d6 plus 8 plus 10 for you, since I checked your move to make it easier on you.
2d6 plus 8 plus 10. All right, we got a 6 and a 1, so 7 plus 8 plus 10. 7 plus 8 plus 10 is 25.
That is 25. Hey, Eris, guess how much HP it had left?
Did it have 25 left?
It had 20 HP left, which after its defense makes 25 go to 20. How do you want to do this? You took out your rival again.
Just sick of Tabitha's nonsense. Eris is thinking Tabitha needs to be like Matilda girled by her pigtails out of here. But yeah, Biggles is just like ah, and that was powerful.
That Yamper is like,
very echoed.
And then just like kind of covers its ears, and then eventually just kind of rolls over. And Tabitha goes, no! And then youngster Joey's like, I already did that. And he's like, I don't care. And then on that scene, you're just gonna have that reporter kind of like grab their drone, like, can you believe it? Yeah, what an upset. And then it kind of they like pocket, and then you're just gonna hear that loud klaxon sound of just like celebrating the end of another battle. You can still see the other ones going on around you guys, as you can then see somebody coming up on the stage saying, all right, dears, we're approaching the end of the final bit of festival before we start giving out prizes. And right about there is where we're going to take a pause, because this has gone, while it has been only a little bit for you guys, it has been a while for us, and we do need to take care of ourselves. We should be back in about 15 minutes. Take some predictions on what's going to happen before we come back.
Yeah, more fun stuff to come. Enjoy some music while we do all the human things. Be back in about 15.
Be right back, guys. Peace.
Hello, folks. We are back from break. Excited to see what more is coming here now that we've had a real up and down battle. A small gremlin snuck in while I was trying to shove some pizza in my face, and the automatic music switcher doesn't seem to work, so I had to press the music manually. So sorry for the little silence there, but I will get that intermission fixed when we're done here. The gremlins tonight.
We're hoping that you guys give us a little bit of peace and time. This is obviously a brand new show starting off with a brand new channel, so things love to change. Anybody here that's ever used OBS knows how much OBS loves to just drop a random update on you with no warning.
It is a spiteful, chaotic, demon-powered machine. Anyway.
I appreciate that it's free, but it's also evil.
Yeah.
But on that note, we're going to just hop back into the thing. So after we had left off in the battle, a voice that is known to the players but unknown to the viewers at home began to speak as a older African-American woman with like ringlet-like hair, a little red beret, and a professor's white coat with a little white apron with maple leaves approaches on the stage as she speaks to the group. Autia, the place that this fight is happening, as I described earlier, is a place very well known for its art and its performances, and it has the largest stage on the continent. There is currently massive speakers behind her that are currently dialed down because obviously we cannot be blowing out some eardrums, though Eris might approve of that at our little wild child there. So Professor Maple will approach the crowd. A little fun thing for the people at home. Professor Maple, the professor of the region, studies peculiarities, as she likes to call them. And that would be basically anything that has a Pokemon being shiny and having a unique trait, such as the ability to have telekinesis if it wouldn't normally have telekinesis, or moves it would not normally have, such as, I don't know, ancient power on an Abra. But she will approach on the stage. She has currently got a little Ditto just hanging on her shoulder, and it does kind of waves to the crowd with a little squishy body as she stands there with her cane, and she just says, "It has been such a glorious time watching all you trainers out here, showing just how great of a time we can all have together. I am so pleased to see camaraderie and harmony." And she has a little chuckle to herself about the fact that the festival is called the Harmony Festival. On that note, I do believe we have our first place winners down over there. Hello, dears. As she waves down to your guys' group there. Why don't you come up here so you can get your prize? Obviously, everybody's going to be appreciating these lovely Silphco goodie bags. She kind of lifts up like a parachute bag sized of thing that has like a tent and a sleeping bag and all the other little random things. I will remind you, please, do not use the lighters. It is not a toy. But she beckons you guys up onto the stage. For everybody else, we will be giving out additional goodies, but obviously we have our first place winners here. She's going to reach out her hand first off to Honey and then to Amelia, and then just kind of like help you guys up onto the stage, because while it does have a ramp, she is also trying to make sure you don't slip. Lovely job, dear. Yeah. And then she kind of puts her hand on the mic. Yeah, she definitely deserved a beating. Like, she was rude, right? She was rude. Like, she deserved that. Amelia, darling, it is lovely to see you away from Aeneas. You're definitely getting better about pulling back a smidge. Like, last time I saw you, you were going through the throat, darling. Hevard. How's the mentor? And then she puts her hand back away from the mic and just starts speaking. And here we have our winners, though they are a woman down. Do you know what happened with her?
You know, Professor Maple, we may have one of our team members not with us at the moment physically, but she's always with us in spirit, isn't she? Ooh.
Is that a ghost joke?
Good thing ghosts aren't real.
Yo, I don't have the time. We'll deal with that later. Like, she hears you say ghosts aren't real, and like there's that mind break moment of a very well educated woman just being like, I don't have the time to explain how wrong you are. On that note, we are here to divvy out our first place prize. As we all know, every location, every city in the fabulous continent of Duola is all giving out their own prizes, while I am here in place of our lovely Thorpe. Rose Thorpe is a little bit busy. I think she's getting ready for her next concert. I do love me a little bit of rockabilly, but anyways, she is not here, so I am taking over the duty. And on that note, and then she kind of turns over to like the little pedestal stand that had like a little box dome on it, and she lifts the cloche, and there in front of you guys is what looks to be a frosted egg. Like, you know that opaque kind of view of like frosted glass, but you can see that like there's little rivets of like what looks to be veins, or it could have been cracks, but it's obviously very solid. And you can see a thrumming light in it, just very gently, kind of just beating softly. I present to you as the winners an egg from my own ditto that I have just finished getting over here. It should be hatching rather soon, so that's very exciting. But here you go, darlings. Obviously, this is going to be a team effort, so you're going to all have to share. And then she kind of leans over and just like, put a little extra work into this one. You're going to love it.
Fascinating.
Amelia, just super excited. She picks up the egg. She holds it. She's cradling it very gently. Turns around, kind of shows it to Eris, like
As you're
and just
holding the
sees
egg,
the little gimme hands.
the little gimme hands. Do you hand it off over to Eris, or are you still holding it?
Yes, but reluctantly. It feels like a little buddy, man. I kind of want to just hug him and put him in my pocket. I don't want
As you're holding it, it does shake a little bit, almost as if it's in excitement. And you can definitely feel the warmth coming off of it. It is very nice. It's got that cool exterior that feels almost like glass, but you can feel the radiating heat that's like cool but not burning. Does that make sense? Eris, do you take a grab of it?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you get it in your hand, it starts kind of like vibrating a little bit, like for a second, like it's afraid, and then it just chills out.
Oh no.
While you two are playing with that, Professor Maple is going to lean over to Hevard. Seriously, though, I do need to talk to you about your mentor. He's been doing something. Anyways, and then she goes back to the live mic. On that note, I would like to then congratulate all of our victors. We will be doling out the other prizes later on. On that note, we do have plenty of food and refreshment. And of course, we have the later on coming. We have, and of course, I now just blanked because I'm also having it. We have the Pokemon contests happening later for our viewing enjoyment. Forgive me, guys, I blanked. It's been a very rough morning or evening. Where we will also be giving away some ribbons for our highest contenders. But on that note, darlings, I want to say thank you for showing up. Please have fun. Please be safe. And remember, please don't make a mess. The people have to clean it. And she's just going to stomp her cane very gently. And then she's going to, like, the curtains are going to start closing in the front as like her fanfare music starts going, which is like a mixture of Hailstorm, which is like a rock and roll band, and like classical piano. All right, well that went pretty well, I think. So do enjoy the egg. Are you guys going to be sticking around for a bit?
I believe so.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh
What was with
yeah,
the face?
I'm gonna be here for another. And she stops and thinks about how long the entire festival runs. So at least the rest of the weekend. Working.
Excellent. That's great to hear. Obviously, this is just a culmination of the contest fighting. We still have, all the different like people showing up doing the thing. You do still have to do your display. Don't you have like the little Totodile still, or is somebody else handling that right now?
Oh, you mean Nibbles? And Amelia just kind of pulls back the wrist of her jacket, and she's got, they're not deep enough. They didn't break skin. But you can tell that a little Totodile, not particularly big, but great bite strength for his size. Somebody was hanging off her arm earlier through her jacket, and there's still the lightest little hint of like teeth bruising. Oh yeah, no, Nibbles is with us.
That's lovely to hear, darling. Terry and Steve have been doing such great work over there. Alrighty. So, while we're discussing that, she's going to say, obviously, I cannot stick around now, but I do hope I see you guys later. I do need to have a conversation with you, Hevard. But until then, I have to jet. And while she's doing that, she's like calling over one of her attendants. While you're holding the egg over there, Eris, are you looking over at her, or are you just kind of like doing that kid thing where like adults are talking? It's no longer your interest.
Yeah, I'm out.
You're out. Anybody paying attention, the Ditto is actually currently like not fully morphing, but it's kind of trying to take on like the slight faces of all your Pokemon and just making weird looks at all of you while she's not paying attention. And it's very clearly that she knows it's doing it, but she also is like, Eh. That thing of like the grandma where they're not crying and they're not yelling. I'm good. But she is going to meander off the stage, having left you her card, Hevard. So make note that you do have Professor Maple's personal phone number.
Okay.
Though it does sound like she has something to talk to you about your mentor. Your favorite mentor.
Begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly. On that note, is there anything you guys would like to start doing now? You have an entire festival open to you and a giant egg.
Egg.
I imagine the egg is roughly the size of your head, and it's slightly see-through too. Like it's just opaque frosted glass light, so you can see kind of through it. There's just like a light there. So if you start holding up, you can kind of see everybody through the egg, and there's just like a thrumming light.
I think I would send out Squiggles.
Squiggles. It was Biggles and Squiggles, yeah.
Yeah, Squiggles, the Toxel, because egg and baby just makes so much sense.
Do you summon them onto the floor, or are they on top of your shoulder? Like, where are they exactly?
Egg, Squiggles.
Squiggles does the first thing that most baby Pokemon will do, and he immediately licks the egg. So he's just like,
Perfect. Perfect. It's been
and
blessed.
they lick it, and then they immediately go to like not chew on, but like lick and like gnaw on the egg, like the teething thing. So it's just holding an egg and just teething it.
As long as it's not damaging the egg, we're fine.
No, he's not damaging the egg. What else would you guys like to do other than the adorable squiggles and squiggles?
Amelia pulls out her, she checks her watch, and she still got like 3 hours. She took all the morning, she agreed to take all the afternoon and early evening shifts, even though the early evenings when all the great stuff is happening, so she could have all the mornings off for this, and which is great, except we won it on day 1. So now this is
Well,
fine. This is great.
The Harmony Festival has what it's called. It's like it's introductory, or it's. I'm losing my words, and this is on me. But essentially, this was just like the big announcement festival to get everybody to show up, so you can get your swag bag. The rest of the festival is still going on. There's still other things happening.
Things where she thought it would take longer, like she knows, but just like how long it takes when you're gonna be on Survivor.
Yeah.
When you get to the island, you always think you're gonna be on the island a little bit longer. It's one of those things. Even though she won, it's like, well, I was ready to emotionally and physically fight all day and all night for 3 days, and I've won. I knew I wasn't gonna fight all day and all night for 3 days. I don't know why I psyched myself up like that. So she looks and she realizes that she's got so much time to kill, and there's a brand new egg, and there's still all these interesting people. And John Tedwards, bless his heart, he needs to be taken care of. So she kind of rests her arm casually, lightly, not too heavy, on top of Eris's head, just kind of like one of them little hay. It's like, all right, so what if we take babies and eggs and my poor tired Teddy, and we go get breakfast after we hit a Pokemon Center? Let's go get this egg checked out, make sure that it's Professor Maple. Obviously, it's in great shape, but still, let's go get him checked, registered, just in case there's anything we can find out. Maybe the Nurse Joy will know how close it is to hatching, and then more sandwiches.
Because you guys do have a team name that we did not get to announce just yet to everybody. Do you want to tell them your team name?
So Amelia looks and she's like, more sandwiches. And in fact, she reaches over and she puts her hand on her wall. So now she's got both of you. She's looking at you. She's going, breakfast sandwiches, breakfast club, breakfast club. Breakfast club. And now we're just gently shaking you. However, we're like, breakfast club.
Poor Hevard. I'd imagine Hevard just like, what's Hevard's reaction to all that?
I mean, he's saying it deadpan and allowing to be, bopped
Part
around
of the group.
a bit. But, I mean, still sunglasses on, just straight-faced.
All right, so it sounds like everybody's kind of like, let's go to a Pokemon Center, get some people healed up, and then go out and do some vibes. For Pokemon in PTU, as long as they do not have more than a certain amount of injuries, it only takes an hour for you guys to get healed up. So you just kind of have to loan them out your Pokemon. They have like refreshments. The Nurse Joys in this world do exist. Again, the Nurse Joy family lineage, they have some strong genes. A lot of those men and women in that family all look alike. Like, you put them side by side, the dudes and the women, or the non-binaries, everybody they look so alike. It's almost like androgyny at that point. But they'll like, yep, it'll just take an hour. We have multiple staff on hand because of the competitions going on right now. Who won?
Us.
Amelia hands over John Tedward's ball. She's like, well, we did. So if you
She kind of gives you an incredulous look of like, really?
Hey, are we the only team walking in with just one sad, aching little dude in need of... Doesn't that sound like a winning team to you? And I just kind of put the Pokeball in their hands. That's my hero you're holding.
Well, we'll take great care of him. And then she goes to like put them in the little tray. Anybody else?
I give Biggles ball because Biggles just needs a little.
Did your Abra even get hit? I don't think your Abra actually got hit. Your Abra was just in the back line, just trying to Hadouken off the side of the stage.
Yeah.
Psycho just floating like skill issue.
Skill issue.
I didn't even have to teleport.
I was surprised that didn't end up happening, but just unfortunate. For the viewers at home, we will be doing map battles in the future, but for this one, we just wanted to do Theater of the Mind, just getting you guys interested in the characters. We're not going to be worrying about distances and all that fun stuff. So she's going to take your Pokemon. It's going to take them about an hour to get all healed up. Is there anything you wanted to do with that downtime before things start kicking off?
Breakfast?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Sure.
I mean, we can bring Biggles and John Tedwards theirs as takeout in an hour. Let's go eat.
Alrighty. So you guys, I'm assuming, are just going to head off to that place you guys went to before. No worries there. Could I ask for a favor? So we have done plenty of combat already. Could I ask for a group perception check, please? So each of you guys are just going to roll a perception for me, and then we're going to add that all together, and there's going to be a set DC for that. I feel like you guys might
My
not have
perception is 4d6.
Hot diggity dog. Who knew the wild child was so perceptive?
I can do math.
If you just want to tell me the numbers, I can type it in all together for you.
4433.
4433. That's going to be 7 and 7 is 14. Add them together. So we have 17 or 14. Anybody else?
7 for me.
I got a 7.
Oh, I got an 8.
7 and 8. So we have 14 plus 7 plus 8. That is a total of 29 divided by 3. So you guys got roughly a 10. It's a little bit under. So in this game, you're supposed to roll down, so it'll be a 9. So you're walking around. You don't really notice anything uncommon. You just see a lot of people walking around their Pokemon. In Auto, you just see all sorts. There's a busker off on the side who's currently playing a harp with like a hard rock track behind him, as it looks like he's doing some funky version of Get Lucky, and is just going ham with that sucker. You see currently an artist who's like doing portraits in oil paint. And just various people all seem to be like converging and talking. You see somebody that's currently like laying on top of their Slowpoke, just like kind of like a little bed almost, just having a talk with somebody else. Not Slowpoke, Snorlax. Jeez, that's on me. I was like, wait a second, no, the Slowpoke is so small. Somebody's currently using their Snorlax as a bed, and they're just kind of like laying on their side, almost bohemian-esque, as they're having a conversation with somebody else, and the Snorlax does not care. But yeah, you just kind of see a bunch of people kind of chilling and vibing as you relax. Who has the egg, by the way?
Egg.
Egg. Is Toxel still on top of the egg, currently just nomming on it?
Kind of, yeah. They're just chilling.
Kind of. Just chilling. Alrighty, you guys make it without incident off to the cafe. There's just a bunch of people in there, all hype. There's a couple people currently in outfits that can only be described as costumes, and you're fairly certain they look like they're contest trainers because they currently have Pokemon all in outfits. So you actually see a Jolteon that currently has what looks to be like a little Oni painting done to its face, and it looks like he has like a little kimono kind of vibe. And then you also see what looks to be a Riolu who's currently holding two tambourines and looks to be like in a little marching band outfit. And their trainers are also just currently in like what looks to be like a little parade leader outfit with a little staff, and they're just sitting there
Rayne,
talking. What?
I'm too middle-aged and gay for this. This is so cute.
Hey, I'm 34 and gay. You knew I was going to be putting adorable outfits and Pokemon doing cute things in this. I got to do it for me and for the fans. But yeah, so they're both there sitting there talking about the routine. And it's like, I heard that Judge Jonathan's going to be on there. He was such a hard ass. Do you remember when he deducted points because that person like didn't quite stick the landing even though it was on top of ice? Like, for real? It's like, I heard he made a woman cry by sneering at her. And like they're just sitting there talking the tea as they're like Riolo's just sitting there playing with his tambourines kind of quietly, and they're just both vibing. So, what would you guys like to do while you're here? You are currently muted, hun.
You are muted.
I was like, wait a second, who's talking? Wait, she's moving.
So Amelia, while they were walking over, put in the order on the app, right? Because breakfast sandwiches, they're delicious. By the time we get there, it's just time to pay and pick up our food. So we're listening to them talk. We take a seat next to the tambourine Riolu, and it's just so cute. I mean, she's just kind of sitting there, stuffing her face, feeding Calypso,
Are you
watching it.
watching the Riolu while it's doing this?
Oh, yes. And she just goes, could not be me. Those, those contest trainers, they are a different fucking breed. They are a different breed. I could not keep up with that. I would punch that. I would punch the judge. I would punch a judge.
Do you say that aloud out of curiosity?
She does. She does. She's
The other two trainers are like, for real though, for real. Did you hear about that contest that happened over in oh god, what is the name of that city? It's that really funky one, the one that has all the gambling and stuff. I can never remember. Do you remember the name of that one? But I heard there was this one judge who was taking a bribe under the table, and so everybody knew it. Everybody knew it, and he got busted. And so somebody just walked up the stage and they just slammed him with a chair, just full on with a chair. While they're sitting there like gossiping that tea, the little Riolu kind of walks over to Hevard and just kind of like tries to hand you a tambourine. It's always the people that aren't paying attention that like get the Pokemon. He's just. Eh.
I'll take it. Look at it. Riolu's the little blue psychic dog
It's the
thing, right?
evolution of Lucario, the little tiny blue one.
Yeah. Anything beyond Gen 3, I'm going to struggle with.
No worries, totally understandable.
Yeah, okay. You know
He's just
what?
kind of like looking at you, almost blank face, and he's just like, eh.
I'm gonna take the tambourine and yeah, I'm gonna give it a nod, and I'm gonna reach back for my other Pokeball. I'm gonna spin it up in the air. I'm gonna throw the tambourine up in the air, and phew, Ronnie, my Absol, pops out.
Oh shit, we're dropping the Absol
dropping the
already.
Absol.
Hell yeah.
Because there we go. There's my little emo pop punk whatever it is.
One of my favorite Pokemon.
Yep. So Absol's going to pop out of the Pokeball and catch the tambourine in her little, scythe thing sticking out of her head.
Little
And
blade. Yeah.
and is just going to do sort of like a hula hoop headbang.
The Riolu initially was a little scared because it thought you were going to drop the tambourine, and then it saw the Absol come out. As soon as Absol catches it, the Riolu immediately just tries to clamber on top of it and just tries to play with it. So while that's all happening, Eris, you're holding the egg. You're talking. Is there anything you're kind of doing in this cafe, or are you just currently just watching your Pokemon use this egg as a gummy?
I feel like Eris would try to gossip with the people gossiping about the judge. The one that they said he sneered, made somebody cry. She would just make up something completely not true. She's like, I don't know who they're talking about. But just be pretending that she knows. She's like, oh yeah, no, I heard he kicks babies.
Babies. Okay.
Just I was just trying to
I'm gonna
cause
make this one
chaos.
easy for you just because I kind of want to see what happens here. Can you roll me a guile check real quick? That's just one
That's what I'm
d6
not
for you.
good at. I'm
Yeah.
so bad at that.
Yep.
3?
A 3. So the funny thing is the DC is kind of low because they already were willing to listen to everything, but they're also like, kicking babies might be a bit much. I don't know. That does sound like something he'd want to do. But I don't know if he'd do it. Do you know whose baby it was?
That's just something I heard, you know.
Just
You know
something
how
I heard?
rumors go.
Ironically enough, so you actually did something very funny but very fortuitous. You have Ronnie out, correct?
Yes.
Now, let me double check. I'm trying to remember if I have all his abilities because I think that Ronnie should have an ability that I'm trying to remember that I didn't show up on the thing. 1 second.
Let's see. What does she have?
So there is an ability that's missing on your current sheet called Premonition
Oh.
that it should have.
Huh.
At least the version of your sheet that I have in front of me. But yes, Ronnie has the ability of Premonition. So while it's sitting there, I'm trying to remember, do you have to actively read the thoughts of things or can they commune with you? I'm trying to remember how your class works.
Let's see. I have specifically me. Is that also on my combat sheet? I have Telepath.
Mm-hmm.
I can read the surface thoughts of people and other Pokemon. I can project my own thoughts.
So you can read the thoughts of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Telepath. You gain the telepathy. It's a swift action. So what I'm going to say is you're sitting there and all of a sudden, while it's playing with the Riolu, it's actually going. This is very ironic that you pulled out the one Pokemon in your guys' party that can do this thing, which is hilarious to me. It's sitting there playing with the Riolu, kind of banging its head to play the tambourine with it, and then its eyes just kind of glaze over that white eeriness for a solid 10 seconds. It's just not moving at all. And then it immediately puts its hand on its paw on your leg, and that's anybody here that's ever worked with any sort of therapy animal knows what a trigger or a sign is. It's giving you the sign is hey, I need to tell you some shit.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you just want to swift action spend the 2 thing, you get telepathy.
Yep.
Is that what you do?
Yep.
To my correction, Ronnie is female.
Yes.
Sir, I have to warn you. Great danger is affront.
Oh yes, I felt it on the way here.
I can't believe it. Something awful is going to happen. The skies will be blackened and wings will descend.
I'll keep that in mind. I'm sure it won't be nearly as bad as you think.
You got it, boss. And then immediately just goes back to playing the tambourine, just
Meanwhile, Amelia is sitting there. She's been watching. She saw the Absol come out, and that's great, man. I've never been this close to one. I've seen him at a distance. So she's just sitting there all hard-eyed, staring at it, and she watches it stop and pause and freeze, and then put its little paw up on Hevard's arm and look at him entreatingly, and they look deeply into each other's eyes. And she leans forward and she's like, "Do you need to take her out? Does she need to? Does she need a walk? She looks like she needs something from you. Like, we can protect your food. I will keep Calypso off your plate." Because Calypso is absolutely eyeballing your plate, bro. You have not eaten your sandwich fast enough. And my super thick, super fat Vaporeon, ooh, she loves a breakfast sandwich. And she's a little thief sometimes because she thinks she can get away with it.
I will nudge my plate closer to the Vaporeon. No, everything is. Ronnie and myself are fine, though. Hevard looks away as if he's looking at something very specific. It's not quite that 1,000-yard stare. It's focusing on something, but you can't tell what it is. I would suggest we all be mindful in the coming few hours.
And on that exact, like, as if time itself knew you were gonna jinx things, you guys hear what first you thought might just be like somebody like driving by on like a motorized scooter or something, and then a thrum in the air as the windows themselves begin to shake a little bit. That it was only like around like 12, 2 o'clock, somewhere around there, and the sun was just like there. Now the sky is darkening as you begin to hear the sound of, is that bees? And that's where we're going to pause things for this session of Harmony Road. You gotta jinx. You jinxed it. You jinxed it. You threw out the Pokemon that was not the bees.
I jinx nothing. I welcome it. I usher forth the coming darkness.
I love the idea of a Pokemon that have premonitions and just. What was the name of that woman in Greek mythology where she could always give predictions but nobody believed her? I'm trying to remember her name now.
Was that Medea?
Cassandra.
Cassandra, yeah.
That's the one. She was given the gift of prophecy by Apollo, but nobody would believe her things. Yeah, it's like, I love the idea of a Pokemon where like, I predict great misfortune happening soon. We're good. Great. Anyways. La, da, da, da.
Yeah, Ronnie is very extra in that teenage emo goth girl vibe. So I'm sure those premonitions really speak to a certain degree of problems, but she's also prone to colorful exaggerations.
So for the viewers at home, before we start doing our whole goodbye spiel, I want to let you know, just because I think it's funny. So premonition in this game, it's called a capability that supernatural sense for natural disasters such as earthquakes, floods, and volcanic eruptions. The magnitude of the impending disaster and its proximity to the Pokemon affect how well they're able to predict it. So you're pretty close. So she was pretty dead on with the prediction. I just love the fact that that's the exact Pokemon you release right now.
Yep.
That made it so perfect. That was unprompted, guys. By the way, guys, that's just Jack being lucky. Wait, I'm pointing the wrong way. Where are we? Actually, no, that works. That's just Jack being lucky. So on that note, we are going to be doing our goodbyes, our spiels, our promotions, and all those fun things. Who would like to go first?
All right, let's go in the same backwards order we came in. So I'll say goodbye first. Everyone, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I have loved bringing you Amelia Houston, my favorite gym trainer, and John Tedwards, her favorite Pokemon. I've been Arnica. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Black Sky, because fuck the Blue Sky mods, bring back Link. Um, any of those at Arnica X Ross. If you can type my name, there I am with your beautiful little twittering fingers. Oh, and coming up November 7th, it's almost Extra Life weekend. For those of you who do not know, Extra Life raises funds through gaming for children and Children's Hospital Networks. I will be running on November 7th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Map of Mondays, Root and Bramble. Please stop by and see us on Valdorant's channel. I'm personally raising money for Barbara vs. Children's Hospital, which saved my child's life when he was very young. And so hopefully I will put forward some money to save another child's life one day with your help.
All right, I'm gonna promote Honey for next.
I'm Melissa or Honeybee. I have a Linktree, so it's Linktree or however Linktree does. It's like the period somewhere in there. Weird. Honeybee can read, and that has all my links for everything. I'm everywhere.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Well, actually, feel free to plug your stuff. You're on another Pokemon show.
I am. I'm part of Dunsparce and Drampa. It's a podcast. Our new season actually is coming out. The first episode's coming out tomorrow. And what's crazy is it's called Dunsparce and Drampa Harmony. So Harmony Road, Harmony. Got a lot going on with
didn't
that.
steal it.
No, we've been like, it just happened to overlap. It's crazy. So if you like Pokemon TTRPGs, this is more D&D homebrew, like 5e homebrew.
All right, Jack, it's time for you to promote all your fun Star Metal stuff.
All right. Yes, if you want to see more of this, well, you've already found me here because I am native here. This is Starmetal Productions. We have right now. This is our primary show. Actually, we have run two other series in the past, or one other series, and we're kind of on a hiatus from the one we've been working on. The first one was Undead Cowboys versus Werewolves, a game that was written by one of our Starmetal Productions partners, Tal Woodblaze. So if you want to see me play, I was a ghost. If you want to see me play a supernatural cowboy ghost and make some really interesting choices, you can go back and check that out. That was a super fun show and a real fun game. So go check out Tal Woodblaze and Undead Cowboys versus Werewolves. And we also have At Its Core, a Substratum Protocol actual play from Pandian Games. Great folks over there. It is very scientific based. A duo of scientists team up to trek all the way down to the planet's core because Earth has been, I don't want to say shattered yet, but it's cracked and there's deep crevices and things are not going well right now. So it's one of those sci-fi journey to the center of the Earth. What was it? I never remember the actor. He gets in the drill and he goes down. There's lava everywhere and a volcano sprouts up in LA. Crazy movie. Something like that. So go check that out. But we are currently on hiatus from that because these last couple months have been a lot for everybody. So our main thing now is Harmony Road. And we will, of course, knock on that pseudo-audio, be back here next Monday and Mondays to follow. If you're watching here on Twitch, please press all the buttons there and give us your support. And the more we see you interacting with our stuff, the more we can help better prioritize what you like. And we are a growing channel built off of the foundation of 4 other individual channels that we've all come together to make this. So if you like what we're doing, go spread the word and come check us out on Blue Sky, I believe, is our main social media, but that's not my thing. That is one of my other partners. But go look us up.
You've been wearing so many hats.
Yeah. And last but not least, if you are not watching this in the future, because you would already be there, presumably, you can find us over on YouTube, also at Starmetal Productions, where you can find the VOD of this going up in a few days and those previous 2 seasons I mentioned. I believe that is all I have to plug for now, so let me throw it back to Rayne to take us out for the evening.
Hi there, guys. So again, thank you so much for your patience while we had those technical difficulties. Again, snaps for Jack for fixing all that. My dude was putting in the work. Obviously, I am Grimm, What'd you say?
Those gremlins were strong tonight.
You were doing so much hack foo. I swear. I was sitting there going like, man, this is why I could not be a tech man. So again, I also want to thank Jack and Starmetal Productions for letting me be able to run this show while not having to concern myself with making OBS and Twitch and all those awful things work. I want to make sure before I do anything else, I want to just do a shout out. Thank you, Wally. Wally is actually the person that first introduced me to this system over 2 years ago. I have to make sure I do a shout out to Wally or else he's going to get me. Thank you so much, Wally. And yes, I could not let you play in this because you would have made Bidoof God, and I can't do that. So, on that note, my name is Rayne Grimm. I operate the YouTube channel Fennec Fables. Please follow me there. Mention it to your friends. I'm only about 250 people away from meeting the threshold that YouTube has for certain features. So spread the word. It really does help me out. I'm also available on Blue Sky because I do not want to deal with Twitter. Blue Sky's getting pretty bad right now as well, but we're all dealing with all the awful things we can. Obviously, bring back Link. That dude was removed unfairly. On that note, please follow me on YouTube, Fennec Fables. On Blue Sky, I am Rayne Grimm, just at Rayne Grimm. I do lots of fun TTRPG posts, including prompts and questions to help inspire and create ideas. I also have a Discord channel for my channel that also has all sorts of helpful things, and we'll also have a chat group for people that want to theorize and talk ideas for the show, so that you can meet us there. On that note, please follow us here, like Jack said earlier. The more followers we get here, the more likely we're going to be able to add all those fun bits and bobs, like things where you can mess with the game a smidge. We'll see what things get like, but you guys got to follow us and make it.
Yep.
Got to make it worth it. Got to follow us. Got to make it happen. But on that note, I want to, before we dip out, I just have to do one more thank you to our fabulous crew, Arnica, Melissa, and Jack, for just being fantastic folks. They've been so helpful and putting up with me being a nervous Nelly trying to make this game work. I am very much looking forward to Siobhan being in our next episode, and we're going to have to make something very interesting on why they weren't here for this one. But hey, the show must go on. But with that said, I think it's time for us to all wave and say goodbye.
Well, actually, Rayne,
yes.
we will be doing something tomorrow, you and I, which I believe will then be posted on Saturday, I think.
That is what we heard. But yes, you are correct. We will actually be doing an interview.
That is over, what was it, Rainbow Roll?
Let me pull it up. Not that their name is not memorable, it's just I've been doing so many fun things in keeping track of it. 1 second. I've had, literally, if you could look at my wall right now, all I'm missing is the red string. I have so much paper up right now. It is for the group over at Streaming Rainbow. We will be doing an interview with one of the fabulous folks over there, and hopefully it'll be going well.
Yeah, so if you live in a strange paranatural universe where effect comes before calls, you can go check out that interview. I was told it will be posted on Saturday, but I will keep everybody posted on the socials and plug this again next week. But you can go watch that, and we'll be talking more about this show that you will have just watched. Anyway, some fun stuff to talk about.
Funny, ain't it?
Yeah, yep. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. All right.
That sounds like a great note to leave on.
Yes.
I think that's a great option. So on that note.
Yeah, thank you, folks. Thank you, Rayne, for a wonderful premiere, a wonderful introduction to the world and the game and our characters and the story. And thank you so much, folks, in the chat. It was a very lively chat tonight, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Again, let other people know, and the more people we have in chat, the livelier it will be, the more the AI overlords will like us, and the more fun little things we can do, like those tip buy incentives and whatnot. Anyway, happy time zone, folks. Enjoy your evening, morning, future, past, wherever you are, and we will catch you back here for the next show of Harmony Road here on Starmetal Productions.
I'm an illusion. Bye, guys.
Night.
Bye, folks.